The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
11. 61, match box.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Echo. Hey, gun.
To throw is Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. He'll buy some time right. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. On first down, here's Breida. And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 31 yards there and a first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got you. Check.
57's Mike 57.
Go ahead.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
21. Here we go.
Mike 20, Mike.
Hey, gun. There we go, Mike 20. Hot.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken short. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
Here we go.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Here we go. 21.
Here's Breida. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Hey, come on, Hunt.
This is Breida. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Get him, boys.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Black 80. 13.
What's screen? Check 13. Check.
Pilot 64. Weak.
57. Mike 57.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. 180.
Dan.
Clock.
Check. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
12.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
White. One, Omaha. Hey, exit.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
56, Mike, 56.
Hey, gun.
Kill. Turn up.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
You must be getting tired.
Hey, alert!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 33. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. On play action, now Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. On 1st down, Coleman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
Here we go. 180!
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-lib.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Hey, gun.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Coleman. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
11. X3, 218, chopper. Smooth.
57.
White.
57's the mic.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Here we go.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Here we go.
Man, I got you.
Hey, alert. 21.
57's Mike 57. Man.
Hey, gun.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Who that? 65. Hey, Charlie!
It's our time.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here we go.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, gun.
They run again with Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
11.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Blue draw Corker.
Let's go.
13.
Check 24.
I got you.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Here we go. 180!
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They run with Breida. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 24, Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And it's a 2. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20. And his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He completes it to Hunt. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Running for it, here's Chubb. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. They'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It'll be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Check 31, check 31.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Bears 3.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Get regular. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Watch out. Pick the edge.
King. Up. Hey, Alpha. Watch.
Mayfield down. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam. Mike, check.
Hurry.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Six guys, check 6 guys. Recon, 132 fighter. Run. Hey, high 7.
Check 59.
Up, left.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check. Undercrush.
One touch.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Ratley. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike's 59. Mike's 50.
Regular.
Get ready. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch twist. Check 37.
Pistol.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Alert.
Check 99.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number one, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has gotten together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, 18. 29 is a mic. Hey, Delta. Hey, pick your game up. 29 is a mic. Mike 29. Red, Delta. 29 is a mic. Mike 29.
From the 45 on second down, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Set all day, baby. Start to the seat. You can't stop me.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. We got it. We got it. We got it.
Again, it's Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
180.
29. Watch the pass.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, zoom.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
So don't say nothing. 29 is the mic.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 29.
Bravo.
Mike 29. Coming in.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's T.J. Carey who picked it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
18. Lock in, lock in.
They go play action with Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Chubb running right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
I got you.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Run.
Check 59, Mike.
80 weapon. Kings.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Hurry.
Watch the twins.
Watch that.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Travis Carey. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. And that gives him now 3 interceptions. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started, and we are underway from Santa Clara.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get it done. Let's go. Let's go.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy, and he'll wind up with about 6. Up past the 30 to the 31.
He was taken down by DeForest Buckner. A 6-yard pickup brings up
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, check.
This is McCoy. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of a yard.
21.
At the 31-yard line.
Bang, bang. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Mike's 59.
21.
Now a give coming right is Breida. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
11.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Steps away to his left. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. And even 40 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
Room here to run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, 26 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
the Chiefs take over first
Let's go.
and 10
Do this.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, 43, 15.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D Ford able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Garoppolo gives to Breida. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
They run for it with Breida. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. These two teams all tied after one. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And with that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Here we go, here we go.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Check three, check three, check three. Kill.
Black. One, Omaha. I got this.
Check. Lucky.
Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tano Passanio coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams. Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on, because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. But bottom line is, Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional game. So when you get it all together, and maybe that would be a wild card, I would guess, because they'd be the 4th team in. But when you put it all together, it is absolutely wide open about who wins the NFC and represents.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dee Ford, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. On 1st down, Mahomes being chased out left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Check three. Check it back.
A give to Williams, running right. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Completes it to Hardman. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it to Williams. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one.
Easy. Check 49. Deuce. Grace don't travel. Hero 15.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Butt formation. Come on, boys, come on. 15. 226. We want this. Mike 20. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Everyone, Mike 20. I got him. Mike 20. Come back. 20. Watch the slant. Zoom, fellas. Let's go.
Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And the kick by Butker is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This will be taken in at the 1. They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got this.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Hey, echo. 21. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, while we have a second, you know, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen a 7-9 team in Seattle get a home game and a 7-8-1 Carolina team get one. Where do you stand on this? Because there's a scenario where you could have a 13-win team from the NFC West traveling to face an 8-win team from the NFC East.
I know I'm a dinosaur on this one. Absolutely. I love the division champ getting a home game. I don't care what the record is, and I know it sounds wrong, and we're in this society now where everything has to be fair and right. And we would like that, and I would like that too for most big topics. But in sports, it's actually kind of cool when these things happen. Remember, Seattle at 7-9 hosted the defending Super Bowl champs New Orleans and beat them. That big Marshawn Lynch run that we'll remember forever. Carolina 7-8-1, they actually lost at home in their playoff game. So you don't know how it's going to turn. I like division champs winning it and getting a home game, even when the records are kind of messed up.
I'm with you. You're making me smile.
How about that? You and I sitting at the home, 2 old dudes going, that's the way it ought to be.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
That's it,
The Leaders take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam.
Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Right there, 56. Yo. I don't need to. 56, the mic, boys, 56. Check, 50 smoke. And here we go, watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike's 56. 56.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man is Hill, he's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Undercut. Check 26, check 26. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now McCoy. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3. On first down, here's Breida. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He'll look to throw, and this is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's another 49er first down. First and 10.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Hey, exit. I got you.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
They'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
11. Hey, gun.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late fourth quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. To throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Mahomes to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
43.
One final try for Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. To end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
12, fellas, here we go. Hey, alert!
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Hey, gun.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They run with Breida. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 180! Get that quarterback!
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Here we go.
53, check 53. Let's go.
Hey, gun.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
He don't know no better.
21.
Why?
Hey, Charlie.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th.
Let's go.
And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Easy.
56 to Mike. 56.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 1, Omaha. 180.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Slip.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. It's caught by Coleman. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Alert.
Check 13. Check 13.
Check.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time.
Check right. 24 is the mic.
Hey, watch the ball.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run with the backup. This is Williams. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes dancing to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
21. Here we go.
Just like that. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Hey, gun.
Here's Breida. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
11.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Chiefs 7, 49ers 0.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, orbit. 21.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I got this. 21.
This is Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. That O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center and it has the two defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, my 7. I got you. Patch it. You go tight. You got tight.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line.
Here we go.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. On the handoff, this is Breida. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain of the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 8 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
13, cut!
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a give to Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. His throw incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Here we go, here we go,
Ball
here we
on
go.
the 30 as they come up second and 10.
You can't block me.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away.
Let's go,
at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let them know, let them know.
15.
Check. Lucky.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
I'm coming after you.
Here's McCoy. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we're going to look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Again, it's McCoy. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes out to his left. And his pass incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
56 is the Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Here we go.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 24. This is McCoy. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Attack! Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check 3. Kill. Hey, 57. Tight dog.
They'll go again to McCoy. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Whip. Watch the whip. 36. Yellow. Watch the safety creep.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Here comes the 49ers punter now. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
He's checking. Cracks. 59 mark.
Check, check. 12. Double.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Hey, gun.
Nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Check 59.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
21.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Hey, Delta.
54, right there.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Here we go.
Right back to him on 1st down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Hey, gun.
I got you.
And a Garoppolo, maybe a free play. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert! Go!
Mike 50. Exit. Mike 50.
I got this.
Play action. Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over. Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Let's go.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Mahomes going to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. It's Kelsey on the ground. And now this is going to depend on the spot. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been. And he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
You got to be ready. One, Omaha.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
21.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
21.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 24 is the mic.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders.
A 7-yard gain. And the 49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
13. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Go ahead.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. He finds an opening past the 40. And a cutback right sideline. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards on the ground. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13.
Two. Bravo.
24 is the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys.
Hey, gun. Get hot.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I got this.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
56. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On second down, it's McCoy. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Oh, good move. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started, and we are underway from Santa Clara. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Yellow, yellow. 180. 54. Mike, 54. You must be trapped.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, being chased out left. And he'll try to get back to the pylon, but he won't get there. He's out of bounds, and that is going to be a safety. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
21. Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9.
Flag.
What's the ball?
Under 10. Under 100.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, 49ers! Matt Breida, 65 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
We got three. Switch.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Space to maneuver at the 40. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. Past the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.